Look at how high the tide is. It's ridiculous. Good morning, YouTubers. This is Brandon here, getting another quick video in this morning while I'm out doing Uber and Lyft. Just wanted to touch bases on optimizing your money, making your money here in the Miami market. I mean, you can apply this to your own areas, but very simple, straightforward, shouldn't be a long video. It's in Uber and Lyft's best interest to help you make money. That's why they've been implementing a lot of new features in the app. They have been updating drivers on areas that are considered hot spots or high demand areas, so you can anticipate surge and make the most money possible, both for you and for Uber. Now, it's up to you to do this thing smart, or if you just want to be lazy and not do it, then you're not gonna make money. Take into account, Uber gives out here in Miami almost every day. They send out updates, and they even leave it in the app. I don't know if you guys have ever taken a look at the app and notice that at the bottom of the app you have these kind of like news feeds, almost right at the bottom of the app. It'll sometimes say updates, and if you drag the tab up, it'll show you high demand spots. It'll give you some pro tips and things of that nature. Take advantage of those high demand tips, because it will tell you when you have events in the area. It'll tell you between what times are typically the best times to go out and to be online in specific areas. Case in point, this morning, had I gotten out early enough, which I didn't, what you typically want to do, especially on weekdays, is be in a couple of places that generally generate surge. It's not that many places in Miami that generate surge as much as these areas. So Miami Beach, downtown, Sunny Isles and Bow Harbor area, Brickell, Key Biscayne, and the Gables. Those are key areas in the AM, typically between 7 and 9 in the morning, where surge will hit, because you have all the people going to work, you have the students that are going to school, you have the travelers that are heading back to the airport to catch those early morning flights. Those are the times to go online, and those are the specific areas where you will make the most money in the morning in Miami. Something that everybody started doing. Now, granted, back in the day, maybe a year or so ago, or even more, you could go and post up at the airport and make some money. Literally post up at the airport, get a ride in 10 to 15 minutes, and get a decent ride. I mean, get rides to Fort Lauderdale, get rides going south to Homestead and Cutler Bay. You could make money at the airport. But now people are getting into a habit, and a lot of new drivers are like crowding at the airport. So if you're in the Miami area and you ever take a look at your map, when you get near the airport, it'll give you this little blimp, this little house, like a teardrop thing, upside down teardrop, that'll show you the airport. If you tap on that, it'll show you the wait times for drivers. It'll show you the wait times. because we have a general area that we wait in, that is a geo map area that we wait in. And we're entered into a queue. So you entered into the virtual line and you wait for your ride. Wait times have generally gone up from 15 to 20-minute wait times to now I see 108-minute wait time. 60-minute wait time. If you have time enough to sit at the airport for an hour to wait on one ride that may just end up being a Uber pool, or may just end up being a ride just over to the beach, so you're gonna make like what, $10? And if it's an Uber pool, even less. It's not worth it. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the effort. If you get into the airport, you see that the wait time is 10-15 minutes, take a chance, go get into the queue and waste your turn. But I drive around in those areas and I see just Uber drivers just sitting side by side, posted up, drinking, chilling, relaxing, not making any money. And when I see it's crowded like that, I keep on going, because I know that I can make money in the areas outside the airport. And if you're in the area near the airport, you're not going to receive any calls nearby. Remember that also. If you're in that virtual queue, you will not receive any other calls outside of what's coming from the airport. That's something I learned. And it'll even tell you sometimes, you know, if you want to receive calls outside of the airport, leave the queue area, which you will have to do. Even people that are making requests in the area that you're in, if they're right next to you, you will not receive the call. Someone outside of the queue will receive that call. So, mental note, everyone is ganging up at the airport and no one's making money, except for maybe XL drivers and Lux drivers. Because here in Miami, we have 4 options. We have Uber X, Uber XL, we have Uber Lux, and Lux SUV. So I guess Lux and Lux SUV would be select in some markets, or black in some markets. But here, those are the 4 options in Miami that you have. I keep thinking about Uber Pool, and that's something else I want to make a video about, but I'm not going to touch bases on that right now. Uber Pool just frustrates me. But anyhow, back to what I was saying. Optimize your money, work smarter. If you're gonna do this thing, which I just do a part-time, I'm not a full-timer. I know it's probably a struggle for full-timers, but for a part-timer, you can make a good couple extra dollars doing this thing if you do it smartly. Take advantage of those tips that Uber gives. Study. I mean, as odd as it may sound, study your map. Open the app sometimes. Look at the zones and areas, different times of the day, different days of the week. Look what goes into search. Write it down. Notate it. Between what time? How long was it for? What area was it in? You know, see if it gets repetitive. Do this for like 2-3 weeks, and I can almost guarantee you that you will know generally where to be at what times of day without even paying attention to the Uber updates. You will automatically be in those areas. Or if you drop off someone near an area, you know, it gets you accustomed to being able to figure out, okay, well, I'm here now. I just dropped this person off. I haven't received another ride. Let me wait a few minutes, 5 minutes or so, see if I get another request. If I don't get another request, I know an area nearby that I can drive to that will generate me some revenue. Get familiar with the area, especially a lot of you new drivers here in Miami. You know, you have to get familiar with the area. You know, that will drive your rating down, not drastically, but considerably. It will drive your rating down when you don't know the area, you're making wrong turns, when you can take shortcuts. I know some people don't like to take the shortcuts. They like to stick to the map because they figure they're going to make the most money. But sometimes getting that rider out of your vehicle faster will help you. Sorry, somebody just ran the light. I was just trying to warn them. Sometimes getting a driver out of your vehicle faster will help you. And the reason I say that is because you could be dropping someone off into an area that is not that many requests typically. And you know it's not going to be that many requests. So the faster that you get that person to that destination, get them out of your vehicle, and you can get to another area that you know will generate you some revenue, will garner some requests for you, it helps you because you waste less time waiting around. You expedite the process, and you're not just sitting in one spot. I mean, don't get complacent. Don't get complacent with what you're doing. Don't get stuck in a routine. You know, try different areas, try different spots. If you are able to utilize XL and UberX, more power to you. Right now I'm in my SUV and I can do UberX and UberXL, but I will tell you right now, in my general area, which is Homestead, you will rarely, if ever, receive an XL call. Unless it's someone going to the grocery store or it's early in the morning. Well, I mean early in the morning, 5, 6 in the morning, and you're getting an airport request. Those are typically the times you'll get a Uber XL call in the Homestead, Goose, Naranja, Florida City area, Princeton. Those areas don't generally generate Uber XL. You'll have Uber X, you'll have Uber Pool. Guaranteed you'll have Uber Pool. I know everyone's on a budget, but Jesus, I mean, when you take an Uber Pool and it's 20 miles away, that doesn't only upset the driver. I mean, granted, I'm still gonna take you where you need to go because I'm still gonna make that money, but I'm making less money than I would if it was an Uber X. And then please don't give me a bad rating, because in the process of taking you to your destination, I pick up 4 or 5 other people and drop them off before I get you to your destination. It's not my fault. Again, I'm touching on Uber Pool. I apologize for that. But just to end this video in a good note, please do your research. Make sure you check the Uber updates for high demand areas. Get out of the airport. Don't get stuck sitting there at the airport. You're not gonna make more money sitting at the airport. It's not worth it. In my opinion, it's not worth it. I know other drivers may have a different opinion on the subject, especially full-timers, because they're probably there more often than I am, and in no times of day that have different wait times than I do, because I work a full-time job and I'm not there all the time, so I can't tell you. But what I can tell you is it's not making me any money sitting there. I mean, even after I drop off people, it used to be a time where I can drop off people at the airport, and by the time I get out of the airport and into the waiting area, I already have another request. Now, I drop someone off at the airport, I might as well just keep on driving and drive to the beach, to downtown, to Wynwood area, Midtown, go somewhere outside of the airport area, because I'm not going to get another request for quite some time if I stay in that wait zone. But pay attention to the wait zone times, because different times of day it may be different. It may be less drivers in the area, maybe influx of flights coming in, so you never know. Pay attention to your app. Catch you next time.